Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a very special video for you guys. We are in Kenya, Africa, and today we are going to be visiting the Maasai tribe. The Maasai tribe are historically nomadic in nature, and because of that their shelters are temporary and made with readily available materials. What you'll see inside is that the houses are small and circular in shape, made by the women, and the men build a circular fence surrounding the settlement to drive away animals and to protect their cattle at night. Here we have the tribe gathered outside, getting ready to welcome guests into their settlement. They're going to perform one of their famous Maasai songs and dances. And one interesting thing about Maasai songs is that they don't like to use a lot of instruments. They typically rely on vocals to guide the melody, and the only instrument you'll see is a horn, which is used sparingly. I won't talk a lot during this part, and I'll let you enjoy the Maasai song in peace. Now we're entering the Maasai settlement, and this is the fence that I was talking about earlier. Inside the settlement, you'll see that even though we have houses, they have cattle at the center, and cattle are an integral part of the Maasai culture. So as per Maasai traditions, it is believed that all cows on the world belong to the Maasai tribe, which is why in the older days, Maasai did not consider it a crime to steal cattle from other tribes, as they were rightfully claiming what was theirs already. And as the Maasai tribe leader told us, it is okay to steal someone's wife, but it's absolutely unforgivable to steal someone's cattle. And in Maasai culture, a person is considered to be rich if he has plenty of children and plenty of cattle. And if a person only has cattle and no children, he is considered poor, and vice versa. What we are seeing here right now is that this is a second welcome song being performed to greet us into their village. This one is being led mostly by the women. And like I mentioned, here as well, they don't like to use a lot of instruments. The melody is guided by the vocals. So sit back and enjoy.
So be right with them.
So for the final part of the welcome ceremony, the men of the tribe are getting together to perform. So before going into the performance, I wanted to give a little bit of background which ties into what is about to happen here. The Maasai were traditionally a hunting-based tribe. So they used to only hunt for food and rely on the cattle, and they did not grow any crops of their own. This of course is no longer the case because of the dwindling wildlife population. The Maasai tribe and the government have worked together to reduce the reliance on hunting, and Maasai tribe have realized that the traditions no longer work, and now they grow their own crops for the sake of the environment. So even though they don't rely as heavily on hunting as they used to do, their traditions still reflect in their dance. When they used to hunt heavily, they used to have to go into the tall savanna grass and jump up high to see whether there were any predators or prey nearby. So for that, they typically stand in one place and jump as high as they can, which you'll see in their performance in a minute. And another fun fact is, the higher up you can jump, the better candidacy you have for wedding prospects. So this is an important part of their culture. after the welcoming ceremonies, we got a tour of the village itself. As we mentioned earlier, cattle are a very, very integral part of their culture, which is why they're always placed in the center of the settlement with everything else being built around them. But they do rely on other animals as well, as we have chicken and its chicks over here. And we also have extremely friendly dogs roaming around the settlement, just looking for head scratches and belly rubs. Another interesting fact is that they rely very heavily on tourism as a source of income. As we mentioned earlier, their traditional sources of income, where basically they used to hunt for food, is no longer applicable. So they have to trade a lot to get resources into the village. Because of that, the main source of income are guests who visit the village, as well as any handmade goods that they sell to tourists. So if you do visit a Maasai tribe, please make sure that you buy something from them. It is very important to their livelihoods. But even with the modernization, they have not let go of certain traditions. For example, they still use elephant dung cakes to light fires within the settlement. So now they're just walking us through the process of how they light fires. They basically take elephant dung and they roll it in with hay so that it catches fire easily, and they pre-prepare them in advance. And whenever they need to light a fire, maybe for cooking food or any other purpose, they basically have these two pieces of sticks. One is a circular one which they can just quickly rotate within their hands, but the other one has grooves embedded inside them. The idea is that you slot in the first stick into the other, and if you rub it fast enough, the friction is going to lead to some sparks. The hay catches fire and then the dung sustains the fire. In terms of religion, the Maasai people are monotheistic and their god is called Enkai. The Enkai god is mostly benevolent and he manifests himself in the form of different colors. And according to the colors, you're able to judge the mood of the god. So black and dark blue mean that the god is in a good mood, and the red color means that the god is irritated. And Enkai itself has two manifestations: Enkai Narok, the black god, good and beloved, and the Enkai Na Nyokie, the red god, vengeful, and he brings famine and hunger. The importance of cattle to the Maasai can be traced back to the religion and Enkai as well. But today most Maasai people are Christians and very few are Muslims. As the last part of the tour, we got to go inside one of the houses of the Maasai tribe. As I mentioned earlier, these are temporary in nature and are purely functional. The Maasai tribe don't spend a lot of time inside their houses. They only come here to rest. They have a very strong sense of community and mostly spend it outside with each other. After getting a quick tour of one of the houses, we got to visit the Maasai market that I was talking about earlier. This is where you can find beautiful handmade artifacts made by the Maasai tribe. And as I mentioned earlier, this is very important to them, so please do make sure to purchase something if you ever drop by. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also don't be shy and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, the gods of YouTube have ordained that you will love the other two videos showing up on your screen right now. Until next time.